Hickok45. You know, I'm pretty tall, but I'm not quite 6'10". This is the Smith & Wesson 10mm Model 610, ready to smoke up some pop. Oh boy. And shoot a paper target as well. Yes, 10mm. In a revolver. Have you ever heard of this one? Some of you have, some of you haven't. And it's easy to understand if you have not, because this thing has come and gone several times. And I have always, really for decades, thought it'd be an interesting firearm to shoot, maybe own, because I've had 10mm for a long time, but I've never owned one. I don't recall ever firing one. I don't think we ever had one around here. This is the first 610 in frame, big old revolver, 10mm. Okay, Smith & Wesson, which is appropriate. They, you know, made the I forget the model number, but the original 10mm pistols that were, I think, adopted by the FBI, you know, back in the 80s. And so that wasn't the original 10mm. You get the Bren 10 and all that. But anyway, Smith & Wesson has stuck with the 10mm, and it's great that they brought this back out. It has 3 moon clips with it, and you pop the rounds in there. And I'll just to show you how those work, as I have said, I didn't have them in there initially, as you noticed, because it had spaces right on the chamber mouth, so you can just stick them in there, shoot them, and they'll generally kind of dump out. They may not always do it, and if they don't, push them out with something. So it's a firearm just like the 45 ACPs and the revolvers. You can have the moon clips, half moon clips, or not, up to you. So works both ways. Pretty cool, because any big old in-frame Smith & Wesson to me is pretty cool. I just like them. And the 10mm, you know, has some power, and there's a wide range of ammo, and this thing should handle any of it, right? And I bet it'll feed any of it. You know, even a flat-nosed bullet like that, I bet it'll jump right up that ramp. Wasn't that funny? Yeah, I mean, truthfully, that is one issue you don't have with a revolver. It's not having to rely on the springs and the slide and jumping up the ramp and all that kind of thing. So, you know, possibly more reliable, not necessarily. So these are some trophy bonded. Why don't we shoot some of these? They might be a little louder and a little more powerful. Let's test that watermelon. All right, 2 liters. Boom, and that chest. He's just going to leak out. Oh, I got him. I didn't have much to see there. Wow, 10mm knocks those around, doesn't it? Only if you hit them, though. Also, I wanted to show you that these are 40 caliber, so you can load 40 or 10mm in the revolver. Here's some 40. The only problem is you do have to have the clips. See what happens if you don't have the clips. Because, why, boys and girls, the 40 Smith & Wesson is a shorter case, and you know, it's going to go in there too far. Whereas the 10mm head spaces, you know, in the chamber mouth, so you can just load up 10mm and shoot them like that all you want to. But if you put the 40 in a case, you can do this, or in a clip, you can do this. See, holds it right where it's supposed to be. And then you can shoot it. I think I'm empty, yeah. 6 shots. So now I've just been messing with that, but now if you were actually in combat, when you're empty, there's different methods, but you turn it over. Well, I don't want to hit the ground with it, because I don't want to bend them up, but knock it out, put another one in, keep shooting. All right. So 40 will work, and that's good to know, because that gives you more flexibility on ammo. Let's see how hard it is to get these out of here. I've got a tool. Well, I'll mess with that later. Okay. So, full moon clips and all that. So this is, yeah, what can you say? It's an in-frame. It's kind of a conglomeration of all the different models. It is a new gun, but you know, it does not have the sleeve barrel. Okay, so a lot of people like that. Yeah, you've got the hammer mounted firing pin and the other features of the new in frames. You got the old ugly key lock, of course, and 4-inch barrel. This also comes, I think, in a 6.5. I don't think it's 6. I believe it's 6.5-inch barrel. Be more tuned to hunting, and this good too. It sells for over, MSRP is over $1,000, like $1,056 or something like that. So not cheap. Revolvers are just expensive these days, aren't they? And but it's a powerful gun. You have an end frame. It'll handle about anything, and there is a wide range of ammo. That's for sure. In 10mm, you won't put something in here and worry about it handling it. There's no doubt about that. These things, like I said, they've come and gone. See if I can get this right in my brain now. I think it was introduced in 1990, and it was just produced for a couple of years. So it was discontinued in 1992. And then it came back, and, well, I think mostly because the 10mm interest was waning at that time. But then they brought it back in 98. Okay, and I think that was largely the IDPA or the USPSA, competitors wanted it back, talked them into bringing it back. So it came back for a few years, this model 610, and then until 2005. So it was that 7 years they made it. It was discontinued again. All right, and then it has come back now in 2019. All right, so like 3 different versions or 3 different eras, and it won't totally die. It keeps coming back. Now, if you want one of these, if I want one of these, I guess we need to keep that in mind. Who knows when they're going away again? But with the 10mm though, it seems to be gaining in popularity. I think I say that in every video, but that's kind of the way it's been in my experience the last 15 years or more. It has just gradually built. It's a slow build, which is usually more substantial and meaningful, rather than flash. Not a flash in the pan, is it? It just seems like every year or 2 or 3, you notice there seems to be more models chambered in 10mm in different firearms, and I think that continues to. It's not going to overtake 9mm or everything else, but it just is very, very strong. The interest is. In fact, I bought another one. A couple of months ago, the M&P. I just wanted another one. I like the 10. That's my Glock 20, and you've seen me shoot on the Sunday morning videos, and I guess we haven't posted the main video maybe with that yet. And then John just bought one, and a Dan Wesson. Isn't that pretty? It's got eagle grips. Aren't those beautiful stag grips John got at the NRA meeting from Eagle? And from Raj, I think he hand carved those himself right there at the show. Just kidding. But I believe it was his last pair of stag grips that he had there at the show. But anyway, Dan Wesson 10mm. John loves it. We both shot that. And so 10mm is a great round. There are a wide range of firearms. That's why I brought those out here. We've got it in a revolver, got it in an M&P, a Glock, ugly old Glock, and then a fine 1911. And there's others. There's carbines, right?